The earthly plane. This is the realm we know best, the physical world bound by time, space, and the laws of nature. It's where we live, where we love, where we struggle, and where we awaken. But in nearly every spiritual tradition, this world is just the beginning. It's not the final destination, but a kind of spiritual testing ground. In Hinduism, the earthly plane is called Maya, a realm of illusion that hides the true nature of reality. In Gnostic teachings, it's seen as a prison for the soul created by a false god to trap divine sparks in flesh. Meanwhile, in Kabbalah, the earth is known as Malkut, the kingdom, both the lowest point on the tree of life and the starting point for returning to the divine. Here, the soul is often caught in cycles of desire, fear, conflict, and rebirth, but it's also here that the greatest opportunity lies. Through pain, joy, and experience, the soul remembers its purpose and begins its journey upward. The earthly plane may be dense and chaotic, but it's also sacred because every higher realm must first be touched from here. Astral plane. This is a realm of energy, emotion, and imagination. Unlike the earthly plane, which is heavy and fixed, the astral is fluid, shifting with thought and intention. It's the space we visit in dreams, visions, and moments of deep meditation. Here, reality bends. Time is slippery, and consciousness begins to remember that it's more than just flesh. Across spiritual traditions, the astral plane is where spirits, guides, and disembodied souls reside. In Theosophy and Western esotericism, it's the layer where out-of-body travel happens, astral projection. This plane acts like a mirror, reflecting the hidden desires, fears, and unresolved emotions of the soul. It's beautiful, chaotic, and deeply symbolic. For many mystics, crossing into the astral is the first real glimpse of the unseen world and the first test of how ready the soul is to move closer to truth. The etheric realm, this is the subtle layer just beyond the physical world, a bridge between the body and the soul. It mirrors our reality, but in a more fluid, luminous form. This is also a realm of life force, energy, and vibration. Everything here pulses with vitality, and every thought, movement, and intention leaves a visible trail in the energy field. In many esoteric traditions, the etheric body is what keeps our physical body alive. It channels prana, chi, or spiritual electricity through a network of unseen pathways. Mystics describe the etheric plane as a glowing replica of the material world, filled with shifting light, sacred geometry, and energetic structures. It's not quite spirit, not quite matter, something in between. In Theosophy and certain occult schools, this realm is the base of the energetic ladder and the first step in learning to manipulate or sense the unseen. Here, healers work with energy. Here, auras shimmer, chakras spin, and the body begins to dissolve into its truest form, light in motion. The mental plane, this is where thought becomes reality. It's the realm of pure intellect, imagination, and intention, where ideas take form before they ever touch the physical world. If the etheric plane channels life force, the mental plane shapes it. Here, the soul is no longer bound by emotion or material limits. It begins to think, create, and understand. In many traditions, this plane is divided into two levels: the lower mental, which is tied to logic, reason, and personal thought, and the higher mental, which connects to universal truths, intuition, and archetypes. In Theosophy and Hermeticism, this is where the Akashic records are said to exist, a cosmic memory bank that holds the knowledge of all souls. On the mental plane, everything is made of thought essence. There's no spoken word here, just direct transmission of ideas, symbols, and concepts. This is where spiritual masters meditate, where divine blueprints are shaped, and where minds that have transcended ego begin to dwell. It's not just a place of thinking, it's the dimension where thinking becomes reality. The causal plane. This is the realm of divine memory, destiny, and the soul's higher blueprint. It's where cause and effect originate, not the kind we experience on Earth, but spiritual causes that ripple through lifetimes. This plane holds the deeper why behind the soul's journey. Everything that happens in the lower realms, on the physical, etheric, astral, and mental planes, begins here as a spark of intention or karmic momentum. In Hindu and Buddhist teachings, this realm is often linked to the Karana Sharira, the causal body, the vessel of accumulated karma. In Theosophy, it's where the higher self or soul consciousness resides. It's beyond thought and emotion. Here, the soul is simply aware. It doesn't think, it knows. Time in the causal plane doesn't flow in a straight line. Past, present, and future are seen as a single thread, woven into the soul's greater purpose. To reach the causal plane is to step outside of ego and identity and glimpse the soul as it truly is, eternal, radiant, and whole. The Empyrean. This is the highest heaven, the realm beyond realms. In ancient cosmology, it was believed to be the dwelling place of the divine, a realm of pure fire and light, untouched by time, space, or form. It is not just above, it is beyond. Beyond the stars, beyond the heavens, beyond thought itself. In Christian mysticism, the Empyrean is where God resides, surrounded by choirs of angels, saints, and celestial beings. In Dante's Divine Comedy, it is the final destination of the soul, the moment when all longing ceases and the soul is consumed by divine love. It's not described with buildings or landscapes, but with light so pure it blinds even the imagination. The Empyrean is where truth is not learned, it's known. Where love is not given, it simply is. It is the ultimate union, the divine source, the eternal now. No more planes to climb, no more veils to pierce, just infinite stillness and the unshakable sense of being one with everything. The Empyrean is not a place you reach, it's a light you become. Brahmaloka. This is the highest of the heavenly realms in Hindu cosmology, a realm of pure light, perfect knowledge, and eternal bliss. It is said to be the abode of Brahma, the creator, and Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom. But this isn't just a place, it's a state of consciousness, where duality dissolves and the soul lives in harmony with universal truth. Unlike the lower realms where rebirth continues, Brahmaloka is a realm beyond karma. Souls that reach here are no longer caught in the cycles of death and rebirth. They dwell in radiant stillness, surrounded by other realized beings, absorbed in divine knowledge. For many, this is the final stop before merging with the Supreme, Brahman itself. In the Vedas and Upanishads, Brahmaloka is described as a realm so subtle and luminous that it cannot be seen with the physical eye. It's accessed through deep meditation, great virtue, or divine grace. Those who reside there are said to enjoy satya, truth, jnana, wisdom, and ananda, bliss, until the dissolution of the universe when they finally merge into the infinite. Naraka. This is the realm of punishment, purification, and karmic consequence in Hindu and Buddhist cosmology. It is not eternal damnation, but a temporary domain where the soul experiences the results of its darkest actions. Unlike the Christian concept of hell, Naraka is not ruled by evil, it is overseen by Yama, the god of death and justice. Souls are sent here to confront their own deeds in realms that reflect specific karmic wrongs. From freezing wastelands to blazing infernos, each Naraka is a tailored experience designed not to destroy the soul, but to cleanse it. In Hindu texts like the Garuda Purana, there are 21 levels of Naraka, each with a name, a function, and a specific punishment. In Buddhist teachings, there are 8 hot and 8 cold Narakas, where pain and regret purify the soul until it's ready to begin again.